Hi.
Look at you, Dad.
Yeah.
Wow.
No?
I like it. I actually think this looks way better on you.
Really?
Yes.
Okay. I'd like to hear from the chat. You guys are free to take shots at me, I had to do it because in a couple weeks we're going to be shooting battle bots, and I have to be clean shaven for that. And I got a big assignment with the NFL Network tomorrow. I just wanted to clean it up. I didn't want to look like a
Wow.
yeah. That's all.
But we're not worthy of a cleanup, but
No, no,
your
no.
other
Here's the
employers
beautiful
are.
thing. Here's the beautiful thing. I feel like I can be exactly who I am here. If I want to be clean shaven, I'll be clean shaven. If I want to grow out a beard, I can grow out a beard. That's the way it should be. Unfortunately, some people don't feel that way in the other world, but whatever. So, I'm good either way.
I thought you might be joining Gallo on the Yankees. You could
Yes,
play for the Yanks
actually,
right now.
well, I have officially been traded. So I'm packing up my things in Los Angeles. I'll meet the team in Miami this weekend. It'll be great. It'll be great. Looks like you had fun last night. Congratulations on getting the Shohei autograph for Teddy.
Yeah, we had a great time. I hadn't been to Angel Stadium in a while.
Mm-hmm.
Got to see some of my A's teammates. Got big leagued by a few.
Mm-hmm.
But the Shohei ball was incredible. So that was my agent is also Shohei's agent. So smooth transaction right there. It was pretty cool. He was very excited about it. I don't think he's excited, but I think in a couple of years when he actually knows what's going on, he'd be like, yeah.
I think Dad was more excited, and that's okay.
Wow.
That's okay.
It's not for me.
Whatever. That's fine. Let's get to the craziness of yesterday. Middle of the afternoon, I'm sitting there. I'm like, boy, the Padres pulled off a huge coup. Max Scherzer to the top of their rotation. And then a few hours later, we're still waiting for the transaction to go through. And all of a sudden, we're seeing it's Scherzer and Trea Turner to the Dodgers for 4 prospects from L.A. Okay, so even though the Dodgers lost 2 of 3 in San Francisco this week and are 3 games behind the Giants for the top spot in the NL West, is L.A. the team to beat?
I've been saying they've been the team to beat for a long time. I also said that Max Scherzer, whoever he went to in the NL West, is probably going to win the NL West. Not only did they got Scherzer, but they added freaking Trea Turner. Are you kidding me? So I do think this makes them the favorite to win the NL West. And I just don't understand. I just don't understand how they can continuously go for it while all these other teams are crying poor, can't go over the tax threshold, blah blah blah. The Dodgers are, $50 million over it. They don't give a shit, Chris. And
really
that's why they're the Dodgers.
Yeah. Well, okay, so a few things. It's not official yet. I believe the trade is not official yet. So who knows? We could be doing this again on Monday and find out that Max Scherzer ended up in San Francisco.
Because Ken put out he was going to San Diego.
Yeah, I know. It happens. Whatever. We're not here to fire shots in those directions. We're here to report the news. Okay?
What? They fire shots at me when I do stupid things.
No. That's usually me.
Okay.
It's not them. And it's so rare that you do anything stupid. So, yes, I do believe it makes them the favorite as of now. There's still plenty of shopping hours left for the Giants to improve. I actually threw that out on Twitter. I said, are you happy with the team you've got, or now corresponding moves made by the Dodgers and Padres? Do you feel like you have to do more? And they were like, listen, we're getting Longoria back. We're getting Brandon Belt back. Should help. Dodgers are about to get Mookie Betts back. We think Seager's going to get activated tonight. Kershaw's right around the corner. Plus, you add these 2 monsters. I don't think the Giants can stand pat. I think they've got to get Chris Bryant. I made that known throughout the week. I think if they do, we're going to have one hell of a 3-team race.
It was already going to be a hell of a 3-team race.
Yes.
Now it seems like they're just the Yankees, and then all the teams in the West are just acquiring all the good talent at the trade deadline. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Barrios will be somewhere out there too. I guarantee it.
Yeah, but Barrios is one of those guys I always expect more out of him, particularly in the second half. So I don't know. Somebody put in the chat, I thought a good name to mention, that Tommy La Stella is coming back for the Giants, and he has been a very productive bat over the last couple of years. There's no question about it. You tend to forget him because he's a really solid player, but he's not a name that makes you go, whoa, even though we probably should pay a little more attention to him. Okay. So as of right now, you've got Dodgers 1, Giants 2, Padres 3 in that division?
Yeah,
It's probably
I do.
where I'm going. But you know what? I've been against the Giants all year. I've said the Dodgers are going to be better. We'll see. You guys can laugh at me come the end of September.
I'm rooting for the Giants. I want to put that out there. I'm
Mm-hmm.
rooting for the Giants, but I have to, speak the truth on here with you. And I just think that the Dodgers have a little bit too much, especially with this edition.
In case you're curious, the Dodgers and Giants only meet 3 more times, but the Giants and Padres meet 10 of the last 19 games of the season. So that could be very, very interesting if San Diego is able to step on the accelerator, which I think they can because their schedule's pretty soft coming up over the next few weeks. All right, let's move on. New York Yankees, the day after they land the thumper, Joey Gallo, they pick up Anthony Rizzo for a pair of prospects. So are the Yanks, I'm going to give you 3 choices. A, back in the mix to win the division. B, in the driver's seat for a wild card. Or C, still have lots to prove to you that they are an actual playoff team.
It's somewhere between C and B for me. They're not done. They're not done yet. I think they're going to get a pitcher today.
Okay.
So if they do that, then I could see them, it depends what the Rays do. Like they got to catch some really good teams. I just watched the A's play last night. The A's are an excellent team, just up and down the line if they just get the job done. They obviously added Marte, which is huge to them. So the Yankees, obviously Gallo's amazing, Rizzo's amazing, but they need to do something again today. And at the end of the day, I'll have a better answer for you. But I think they're somewhere in between that C and B. So I think they're probably not going to win the division. They're not a shoo-in for the wild card game, but they're close.
Yeah, Rizzo is a really good pickup. I liked it. He's still a sub 800 OPS guy, but he doesn't strike out like the rest of their lineup. He's great with the glove at first. I think Voit will be on the move. And yes, they need some sort of pitcher. I don't think you can count on Corey Kluber coming back. I mean, he might be there as a body. I don't know what you can expect of him. Is he going to be a top 3 guy in the rotation? Severino has a huge question mark behind him. Garrett Cole has been pretty good with the exception of yesterday lately, but they still need pitching help. And the fact that they were able to get these 2 teams in Texas and Chicago to pick up the contracts of of Rizzo and Gallo is huge because it allows Brian Cashman to make another move, which I think they will. I have them, if I had to answer, I don't like to answer in between letters. I will say B. I still think that they're a playoff team over either Oakland or Tampa Bay. Probably Oakland.
I don't know, man. They got some work to do. They got some work to do, Chris. These are good teams. This isn't like a team that's not supposed to be there. I mean, these are 2 really good teams they have to catch.
I get it. But what are they, only 3 back of the wild card right now?
I think they're 3.5. I had it up right here. Yeah, they're 3.5 back.
Okay.
They got to catch Seattle. Don't give me that face. Don't give me that face.
All right, well, this is probably the face of a lot of Cubs fans today. But before that, I want to let everybody know that today's Instagram Live is presented by our friends over at foco.com/JOMBOY. Use the code word JOMBOY15 to get 15% off your first order. You get the cool shirts that we've worn occasionally. You get the slides, anything baseball. It is all there for your fan shopping. So once again, that is foco.com/JOMBOY. Use the code word JOMBOY15. You get 15% off your first order. I'm telling you, the more and more that I've worn this recently, the more and more I like it. And actually, I like it better without the beard right now. I think it.
You look great. You look like you should be doing. You could go tend to your garden and that.
I could.
You can go to the beach. You can go down to Cabo with me.
If I got invited, I can barely get invited to the palatial estate you live in. Why would I be able to cross borders?
Yeah, you'd have to fly commercial down there, but you could meet us. Just meet us at the hotel.
That's fine. That's fine. And yeah, a lot of people in the chat are just learning about the shave. I wanted to clean it up. It was bothering me for a while. just a personal decision. Thank you. All right, let's move on to the Chicago Cubs. Sad watching Rizzo, not get a final at bat yesterday to kind of tip his cap to the fans at Wrigley.
Mm-hmm.
But B, walk out of that field for the last time as a Chicago Cub, at least for now. Did you get a little melancholy, or is this just part of the biz, man?
I think it's always sad when a player leaves a team that he's been with for a long time. It never gets easy because, I've experienced that in some regard, not with Anthony Rizzo's. I mean, he brought a championship to the Chicago Cubs after how many years? A zillion years. 108 years. So he's like, he's king of that city, one of the kings of that city. And, you know, like he's established roots there. So it's definitely sad for fans. It's sad for him. But it is, like you said, Chris, it's just part of the business. They knew, all those guys in the Cubs knew that something like this was going to come.
Right.
Now, they've had all season to prepare for it. It doesn't make it any easier. It was definitely sad watching him take all those pictures with the ivy and then walking out across to the parking lot. I think Cubs fans should look at it this way. You got an exceptional player for a long time who brought you a championship, one that you can be really proud of.
Right.
Like you have your Rizzo jersey. You're not like getting rid of that. Like you wear that proudly to the field, and that doesn't happen very often. So it's.
We lost you audio-wise there for a second. I don't know what happened. There you go. You're back. But we caught the.
I'm getting FaceTime by my wife. She's, yeah.
Do you not tell her that you're working, or you just kind of go?
Nobody cares about me, Chris.
I care.
Okay. Thank you.
I care. I would not call you right now. I would not interrupt your Instagram live. Just want to let you know on my other phone.
I'm going to text her on my computer.
So here's the deal. You mentioned about the jersey. And it's so interesting because my sons are always talking about, well, what jersey can I order for our favorite teams? And we have to go through the guys. And I'm like, he's going to be gone. He's going to be gone. You can't do that. Why would you want that guy? So the fact that for almost a decade, somebody could wear a 44 Rizzo jersey proudly in Chicago and not fear of him leaving the squad, pretty damn good. Plus, I want to remind everybody on the north side of Chicago, they did a really good job of keeping this core together.
Yeah. They gave him a chance.
Did. So, although today is sad, and Jed Hoyer was part of the reason he was promoted to team president and Theo got out of there was to rip off the Band-Aid, was that you guys had a hell of a run. And some people say, well, they only won one world championship and then they went progressively downhill since then. That's a fact, but at least you had your chance together for the most part. They really did. I thought they did a great job of keeping these guys together, and they got rid of guys at the appropriate time for the most part. This Rizzo one makes sense. They just got from what, if you're going to believe the reports we read about the guys they got back from the Yankees in this deal, those are two guys that are going to help them somewhere down the line. And oh, by the way, there's a possibility Anthony Rizzo could be back. Could.
Sure. 100%.
It's possible. It's possible. So although this day sucks, and you're going to be even more sad when Chris Bryant walks out the door as well, it's part of the biz.
Part of the biz, and like, yeah, I agree with you, Chris. Like, just be happy for the times that you had, because those guys, those guys made you some memories.
Yeah, because before that, you were just going to Wrigley to go get hammered. Instead
still,
now you were going to get hammered and watch a damn good baseball team.
Yeah.
And I understand it. I sympathize with you. I really do. Like, it does suck when I went through it with Frankie Lindor, man, this past offseason. It's a kick in the onions. It is, but it's part of the deal. Speaking of leaving, of course, Kyle Schwarber left Chicago in the offseason, went to Washington, had a ridiculous month, made an all-star team, blew out his hammy, and now he's part of the Boston Red Sox. Do you think that this is a great fit, or is it a reaction to what other teams are doing in their division?
I think he's a good fit. I mean, look, you want a bat like that. Stockpile all the good players. I don't care. Like, we'll make room for somebody that can hit like that. That's what I feel like. Mm-hmm. I don't think they're done either. I don't think the Red Sox are done. I think they still need first base help. I don't think Schwarber fills that void. You know, I don't think he's going to be suiting up for their first base. No. So I think they're going to do some more stuff. And my good buddy Will Middlebrooks, 2013 World Series champ, very in tune with the Red Sox. He thinks that maybe Jonathan Scope could be a good fit for the Red Sox.
I saw that. I saw Carlos Santana. I think Scope makes sense. Schwarber's going to help. There's no question. To me, that what do you do in the outfield? It is the question, right? Because you don't want JD Martinez out there very often. You can come in. You can grab the straw hat.
Come on in.
Dude, my 15-year-old wants to wear the straw hat. He's a camp counselor at a baseball camp. He loves the straw hat. So go out and get it. Foco.com/JOMBOY. Use the code word JOMBOY15. Go get yourself a straw hat. If my 15-year-old loves it, your 15-year-old is going to love it.
Or, yeah, you know it's cool if a 15-year-old kid likes it.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, so JD's at DH. Renfroe and Verdugo are in the outfield. So you could put Schwarber in left. this kid Duran covers some serious ground out there. He can run. He can run shit down.
You could mix and match with him. Like I said, you don't. It's not that you need a place for him. You could find a place for him. You set up these platoon advantages. I mean, that's what good teams do. They put guys in good positions. So if there's a day where there's a nasty right-hander out there, then Renfroe can go sit on the bench, and you can plug Schwarber in. And there's just things you can do. Like I said, if you're a team, just stockpile the good players and figure it out afterwards. And I think that's kind of what the Red Sox did with this move.
So we are in agreement here. We both like the addition of the bat. We're curious to see where he fits in a lineup, but the Red Sox need more help. Right?
Yeah, 100%.
Okay. Last one. Bigger moment by Canadians in baseball today. The return of the Jays to Toronto for the first time since 2019, or to see if native son Joey Votto can homer in a 7th straight game.
It's the Jays going back to Toronto. Are you kidding me? Like, I love Joey Votto, but they haven't had baseball in so freaking long up there. Like take COVID seriously, but also screw COVID. I mean, I'm sick of it. I want Toronto to be back there. I want them to be able to see their team. I mean, like, have you been to a game in Toronto?
Can you believe it's one of the 3 active stadiums I've never been to?
It's incredible. I love the atmosphere, man. And like people say, oh, they don't know baseball. Bullshit. Go to a Blue Jays game, like, and especially like on a weekend. Like, the fans are awesome there. There's it's one of the best fan bases in baseball. When you go play there, you're like, oh shit, like, this is gonna get rowdy here.
Yeah.
So I'm excited for them. Are they allowed in the stadiums? I don't know what's going on with Canada.
Yes, it's a percentage. It's not full capacity. It is a percentage. And by the way, I just threw the question out there. I'm 1,000% behind you. Like, I love watching Joey Votto do his thing and pointing to his back and, taking the hour-long trip around the bases right now. It's an amazing story. He's too shy of the record set by Ken Griffey Jr. and Don Mattingly and Dale Long, where they all homered in 8 straight games. It's a great story. But Toronto has waited patiently. This team, they wanted to play in Pittsburgh. They wanted to play in Baltimore. They had to play in Buffalo. Then they had to play in Dunedin, and then they go back to Buffalo. And with all this being said, they have competed the last 2 years. They inched into the playoffs last year as the 8th seed. They're 4.5 out of the wild card chase right now. They finally picked up a 9th inning guy. Brad Hand's been struggling, but at least they identified that part. I want to see them make a run. I really do.
I do too. They're such a fun team to watch, and maybe this will be like a spring for them to get going back. I don't know what they're all doing for housing. Like, I'm trying to go through all that in my mind. I mean, like, a lot. You stayed in Dunedin, then so you were there from spring training. Great. Then you go to Buffalo, and you probably were staying in a hotel or some short-term rental, and now you had to go to Toronto. I hope all those guys have that all figured out, because that's going to be weighing heavily on them, because you have a family, most of the guys. Mm-hmm. But I'm excited for them to go. I'm excited for all the citizens, too, to be able to see their damn team, their fun team.
See, here's what I think they ought to do. I think that Springer, since he has the biggest contract on the team, should have to just buy the party house in Toronto and house everybody there for the last 2 months of the season.
I'll go, too. I love Toronto. Me and you both, baby. Let's go.
I'm in. By the way, people always ask me, the 2 other stadiums I've not been to is New Atlanta. Haven't been able to get down there. And New Texas.
Me too. I haven't been to either of those.
Yeah. So it sounds like you and I have to make a road trip.
I'm in.
Okay. All right.
Anytime, man. We're going soon on a road trip to Milwaukee. So
I know. Well,
shoot on down to Atlanta after that.
Enjoy that. Thanks for the invite on that one. Breaking news. According to Juice Narrows, Trevor Plouffe has been traded to ESPN for Buster Olney. Actually, sorry guys,
I have a no trade clause.
Yeah, thankfully we smile too much to put that guy on our roster.
This hair is too good. You know why I did this today, Chris?
Why is that?
Some idiot commented on the YouTube version of this.
Oh, about the hats.
Yeah, and said that we're balding. And I said, you know what, dude? Have you seen my hair?
No. Well, I mean, he's 1.5 right. your hair's not going anywhere. Mine has been so bad I've had to shave the hair off my back and staple it to my head. So, they're like, yeah, the guy was being a clown. So I don't even want to recognize him. That's fine.
I do want to say Xavier Scruggs is in our chat here saying that they're going to use Schwarber at first base. I don't know where you heard that, X, but
if so, that's a real problem.
Man.
That is a real problem, in part because it says, I looked it up on Baseball Reference, he has played 1 inning at first base, but he hasn't played 1 inning. I think he's been penciled in the lineup as the first baseman, but I don't actually think he went into the field to play first base. And there's a real discrepancy there. Yeah.
And people think first base is easy.
No.
There's so many responsibilities at first base. Like, you have so much stuff going on. Like, it's not like a reactionary type position where you go there and just go make a play. It's like, no, I got to hold the runner. I got to be ready for the bunt. Then I got to turn the little play. Sometimes I forget to go cover the base.
Yeah.
That's a whole thing.
How many guys screw up the footwork at first base, too?
A lot. So
yeah.
I think they're going to go get somebody.
I agree. All right, what do you have coming up on JOMBOY? Do you have a little talking baseball today?
Oh, we got so many. We did the impromptu episode yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
Talking about all the trades. We're going out to film the series recap, which will be live in 25 minutes, something like that. And then we're going to go back on later today after the trade deadline and do another episode. So just you're going to hear my voice talk about baseball all day long. And I know that's a dream come true for pretty much everybody.
By the way, I volunteered my services yesterday. I said, hey, guys, if you want an extra voice in here, just pop in for a different opinion. And I got crickets on my text back. I guess I know that's where I stand in the company, huh? It's pretty cool.
Look, you have so many shows. Let me have this one, all right?
What do you mean so many shows? I've got this, and then I've got the Rose Rotation podcast, which we're filming a new episode in 22 minutes. I don't want to give it away because it's one of those that you keep your fingers crossed that he pops into the Zoom. How's that sound? But if it happens, and
you haven't even told me yet who it is.
Well, you never told me who the Brewers were making a big play for in trade talk, so we're even.
Okay, you're right.
Yeah, I'll text you right afterwards. But it's a very big name, and we have a history together. And if he comes on, what are you trying to lure me into some sort of psychic zone so it'll just fall out of my mouth?
I'm putting you in a positive space mentally because you're going to kill it with your interview, all right?
Yes, we're trying. We've got some good stuff. And I've got a bobblehead of his. Oh my gosh, I just found it, but I can't show you who it is. He's right here. Let's see if I'm not.
Oh, what is that? Is that a thumb? Oh, okay.
I'm covering the bobblehead. All right, I'm not going to show it to you. You'll have to tune in Monday.
All right. Good luck.
All right, you too. Everybody have a great weekend. I hope your teams trade like nuts today. Keep consuming all the content here on JOMBOY Media. We're going to be breaking down the trade deadline, what did happen, what didn't happen, who made the right moves, who didn't make any moves. It's going to be kicking themselves. We'll get you all set for the last 2-month run because it's going to be a sprint starting after today. All right, dude, go put on a hat. You're kind of weirding me out. Have a great weekend, and I'll text you with that name, okay?
All right. Later.